When I do these videos, I tend to extemporize. It's off the cuff. It's impromptu. In other words, I don't work from a script or even notes most of the time. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I'm just sitting here talking with you. And as a result, sometimes I will misspeak, mispronounce, call one chemical the name of a different chemical because I get them confused in my head. So this is my 22nd attempt to make this video. As you can tell, I've had a lot of snuff already. But don't worry, this won't be too long. I just want to talk about something that comes around about once every, we'll say 4 years or so. And no, I'm not talking about US presidential elections. We're really tired of talking about those. Oh, God, my nose itches now. Too many takes. And my nose is confused, too. That's the best. And I'm sniffing Rustica, so I'm just, good morning. Anyway, this comes around about once every 4 years. Someone will say something like, I would never take snuffs made in India. They're dangerous or they're unhealthy. They're not pure. Sometimes it's just the expression of a vague feeling of discomfort because of the strangeness of the snuff, but sometimes it's downright on the edge of being slanderous. These snuffs contain lead, they contain arsenic, they contain mercury, they contain other heavy metals. Or, well, India, if you've ever seen pictures, is just dirty and stinky and nasty, the whole country. It's just a pigsty. And when you have a country like that, how the hell can they maintain purity in their snuff mills? There's probably cow dung that's worked, because they don't kill cows. They don't eat beef over there. They just the cows are reincarnated grandparents or some shit. And it's just got to be filthy. And I hear that and I roll my eyes, of course. Roll my eyes. The fact that 20% or so of the pharmaceutical drugs we use in this country are made in India would seem to indicate they know how to keep shit clean. The rest of the nasty stereotypes notwithstanding. I have never found proof online. I have never seen a chemical analysis. I have never seen a warning that would suggest that Indian snuffs contain any heavy metal or toxin like that. I have never seen any proof or even allegations that Indian snuff has some component that will make you sick. So I suspect it's a little bit of bigotry, a little bit of ignorance, stereotypes, stupidity, honky stupidity. So no, my opinion is that they're perfectly fine to take. However, I am certainly not a scientist nor a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice here at all, and I want you, because I'm selfish, I want you to do your own research on this. And if you do find something that demonstrates that any kind of snuff is unsafe, please share the link. We'll all read it. We can all talk about it. We can kick it back and forth. Try to get further clarification, maybe from the author of the study, if they're still alive. Because there is, like everything else in the mass electronic media age, social media age, there is mis and disinformation. Those, by the way, are two separate things, two different words that have different meanings. But you get the idea. Disinformation indicates it's intentional to mislead you. Misinformation can come from ignorance, and although incorrect, it may just be an innocent mistake. That's the difference. I think most of the time when particularly the Democratic Party is screaming at Donald Trump, they mean to say disinformation, because they seem to imply it's intentional to mislead the voters. Anyway, this is one of the Jantan Naswar playing card Rustica-based snuffs. These are lovely. I got the 12 5-gram tin sampler box from Jantan Naswar. Bought this from Mr. Snuff. That's a pretty good deal for this, too. Not expensive. Now, this is definitely an Indian snuff. It's not even one of the biggest snuff makers in India. Am I scared? Cheers. No, it's amazing because I get people that are very tobacco literate that will not take an Indian snuff out of fear. I Oh, the chocolate. I don't remember what that one's called, but it's really good, tasty. Oh, that's good. And again, with the Rustica tobacco, you're not only going to get a stronger, higher level of raw nicotine, and it feels more raw than just domestic cultivated tobacco. Um, the Rustica, though, in addition to that raw, strong nicotine, also has other psychoactive alkaloids in it, which I don't remember what they are, but it's a different feeling when you consume a Rustica based snuff, especially if you've got enough nicotine tolerance to insufflate a lot of it. Um, it can make your day. It's a feel good kind of nicotine. So I like Rustica. The smell of raw Rustica, I always say it smells like dirty feet, but in a good way. If that if that even remotely makes sense, it's a funky smell, but it's not at all unpleasant. And I really enjoy Rustica-based snuffs, particularly the ones that are made in India. This is good. It's a good snuff. Now, if it does have lead in it or mercury or arsenic, that wouldn't be a good thing, of course. And if you find something online, scientific, a recognized publication or recognized website, you find something on Mayo or WebMD, the National Institutes of Health, if you find something in the Sheffield Exchange in England, there's lots of places. Talk among yourselves in your snuff groups on Facebook and the various forums, and see if you can find me some information that proves or at least demonstrates that Indian snuff is somehow bad for your health, other than the normal risks of using tobacco, of course. Because I'd really like to know. You know, that's one of the greatest things about this channel. I come here as Mr. Snuff semi-expert. You know, I'm enthusiastic about snuff, and I've got a lot of knowledge. I've consumed a lot of snuffs over the years. I've had numerous conversations with snuff makers. I've learned a lot. But the cool thing is I learn a lot from all of you. When you comment to correct me when I misspeak something, if I say the wrong name of a chemical, or if I make a bad attribution to an ingredient in snuff that I think is there, but I may be the only one who's smelling it, I really appreciate your comments because I learn a lot. And once you stop learning, you stop living. So I love this. I love the back and forth. So if you can find something negative, don't hesitate to post it. We'll evaluate the quality of the information together. But I would really like to see if there is a risk with Indian snuffs, and so far I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary as far as Indian snuffs are concerned. Purity, heavy metals, toxins, pesticides. I've read nothing about them. And if you find something, please let us all know. It'll keep us all healthier and we'll all learn. And speaking of participating in the channel, guys, I appreciate it so much. Every time I get a comment or someone smacks that like button, I feel good. You know, it's good for my ego. I'm glad to know I'm being of service. If you haven't subscribed yet, remember I don't monetize this channel. All this content is free just for the love of nasal snuff. And if you like what you see, you can comment, you can pass the channel along to your friends, recommend it to your other tobacco fanatic friends. That would be just great. And I would love to grow the channel beyond its current 3.24 thousand subscribers. I would like to expand the channel. So pimp me to your buddies. Promote this channel for me. If you are subscribed, and I hope you do, hit the notification bell. That way you're going to get notified when I put up new content. Again, comments are gold, guys. I love to read and respond to your comments, your likes, your dislikes. I got a couple of requests about the comments section. Please, you can feel free to insult me personally, and you can talk shit to me, and that's fine. I'm very thick-skinned. And as I said in my last video, I'm rubber, you're glue. Everything that you say bounces off me and sticks to your sister's face. I don't really care. But please be polite with each other, okay? No name calling, none of the prohibited words. Don't get me in trouble with the YouTube censor gnomes because the gremlins, they're all over. It's really weird. YouTube does not like tobacco at all. At all. They hate it. Hang on a second. You can, as I've said before, you can publish videos on how to make a homemade pocket pussy. There was a YouTube presenter that for like 2 years was doing methamphetamine, trucker crank, on his channel, and he got away with it for more than 2 years. And I don't think he was banned. I think he left voluntarily. I think the meth just burned him out, turned his teeth black, got him a bunch of pock marks in his skin, shriveled his dick, and he decided it wasn't worth it anymore. Yeah, they will allow all kinds of discussion. Transsexualism for prepubescent children, graphic videos on the sex change operation. They allow everything that could potentially offend somebody, and they don't care. The politics are fast and furious, especially if it's coming from the left side. If it's coming from the right, you may get banned still on YouTube. But they'll ban you for very few things here, but tobacco is one of the things they really have a problem with. I can sit here and sip down 6 different shots of whiskey, getting myself shit-faced plastered on camera because I can say I'm reviewing whiskeys. They don't have a problem with that. But I talk about tobacco and it's get a rope kind of thing. I also think it's really interesting that even if I'm talking about preventing it, I can't talk about, basically where you terminate the beating of your own heart. I cannot use that word, even if I'm trying to discourage it and to give hope. I obviously cannot say involving a virus that was not from boiled bat soup the way they told us. I can't say that word. I cannot say either of the 2 words describing that illness that begin with the letter C. I cannot argue with the so-called expert whose name begins with the letter F. There's a lot of things that will get you kicked off of YouTube or censored or shadow banned still. And tobacco appears to be one of them. One of the reasons I don't monetize is because that gives YouTube a hammer to hit me with if they don't like my content. Oh, we're taking away your money. No more monetizing for you. You're talking about tobacco. Okay, YouTube, thank you. Thank you very much. But can I still publish the transsexual pocket pussy video? Oh, yeah, go ahead. The nastier, the better. We want to see that homemade pocket pussy. What do? Strap liver together with duct tape? Sounds great, man. Put it up on that camera. Dude. Oh, I'm enjoying spending time with you too much, and I don't want to be wasting your time, but that's about it. What I wanted to talk about is I personally have no problems with the purity of Indian snuff, figuring, again, they would not stay in business if they were harming their customers. And I have not seen any scientific proof. All I've seen is allegations and questions online about the content of heavy metals, pesticides, and other contaminants. A lot of assertions, but not a lot of evidence. If you got some evidence, again, I beg you, post it here. Let's talk about it. Let's learn. I love learning from you guys. It's great. Let's do another pinch. I'm going to talk about my pet peeves of the day. We have gotten really sloppy with the English language. I'm listening to a major news outlet, and they're talking about the hurricane, about Hurricane Milton, and it's getting ready to hit Florida. And the guy kept referring to it as the storm is imminent. The storm is famous and highly regarded in his field of expertise, because that's what you just said. The word you were looking for, Mr. Overpaid, Ignorant, Illiterate Announcer, is imminent. I hate it when broadcast professionals call it fentanyl. It's like Armor All. It makes your tires look great. The word is spelled Fentanyl. It is pronounced fentanyl, not fentanyl. And these are news pros that are doing it. Other pet peeve of the week, game changer. Yeah, if you're talking about sports, well, the inclusion of the new quarterback, the substitution of the new quarterback is going to be a game changer. Yeah, it will probably change the outcome of the game. So that's correct. However, a razor blade with a green strip to release hairs from sticking to it is not a game changer. That douche that keeps you fresh for 18 hours is not a game changer. This spice or seasoning for barbecuing is not a game changer. Just stop. Would you please find a new cliche? I'm burned out on this one. Another pet peeve. When did the word important lose its T's? Everybody now on commercials, on TV, everything else, it's no longer important. It's important. 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 What do you got, a hair lip? Cleft condition? Hey, mister, did you hear that one go kaplunk? I mean, come on. Important. It's important. Supposedly. Word doesn't exist, it's supposedly. And if you could care less, that's not what you're trying to say. You were saying it is so unimportant to you that you could not care any less than you do now. When did it become, I could care less? It's not important. What the hell, people? Have you lost control of your tongues? I got tardive dyskinesia on my tongue. It's either that or post-pussy eating stress disorder. What is wrong with you? That's all I want to know. But there's nothing wrong as far as I can tell with Indian snuff. Sniff freely, but remember, I'm not a doctor, and you make your own health decisions. Ain't my job. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful weekend as always. God bless you.